Good morning, guys. So I'm out here on a Saturday morning. It is beautiful. It is hot. It's been a great week though. We had a couple weeks of a lot of rain and we weren't able to get anything done. We really needed dry weather because it was time to do the dirt work and all the site prep. So we finally got a week of really hot, dry weather. It was able to dry the property out, and they were able to get, as you'll see in this video, the dirt work done for the pad and the driveway. And while I'm playing through that content, I'm going to talk about everything that they did. They did a phenomenal job. But so today I'm out here to go ahead and start using a new toy that I got for clearing brush and things like that. Where I currently live, my weed eater, sorry about that, guys. My weed eater is an electric weed eater, and it does not, it didn't really have a whole lot of power to do what I needed it to do out here. And it went out on me 2 weekends ago. So I had to go ahead and get a gas-powered weed eater because an electric one doesn't work very well for 5.5 acres. It worked great for our old property. And I did a little bit of my own research, and I ended up just calling my friends over at Able & Son Tractor, and they got me set up with an Echo 2620. They said it's kind of the cost-effective one that you can still run a brush cutter flawlessly. It has plenty of torque and plenty of power to run that brush cutter. Got to stay hydrated. It's hot. I think heat index is like 105 today. But yeah, so we're going to be putting that brush cutter on the weed eater today and testing that out. Also got this really cool handle that's supposed to help make it even easier for us tall guys. So you'll see over the course of this video, I'm going to do a little bit of brush cutting. I'm going to change the head out on that Echo weed eater to that brush cutter for today. And I'm also going to do a little voiceover, like I said, of a lot of the dirt work process and where we're at now. All right, so right here is going to be the first time that I'm setting up this weed eater as a brush cutter. I used it last weekend as just a string trimmer around our current house, but I didn't get the weed eater where it's got the quick attach and detach. I liked just the kind of keeping it simple with this one. So this one you do actually have to unbolt the head. It's really simple. It's just a couple screws. It goes by pretty quick. This is the first time I'm doing it, so I was just trying to make sure I use the right attachments because this was a universal kit. So there's a couple different ones you could use, a couple little different bushings that you need to put in there depending on which string trimmer head or which trimmer head that you've got. If you don't put the right bushing in there, you can cause premature wear, things like that. So I wanted to make sure that I was putting the right one. I've got two different blades. I've got one that's more for cutting like brush, and then one that's kind of like a saw blade. And I was putting the saw blade one on here first because I wanted to go try to work on clearing out the north property line that you'll see in a little bit. And what you see here is the Darwin grip, I believe is what it's called. And I actually put it on upside down right here, and I'll flip it around here in just a minute. But it definitely makes things a lot easier, especially whenever you're trying to hold control over it. For us tall guys, it makes it easier to hold up against a tree without it kicking back on you, things like that, and you get to stand up straight. So it allows you to work a lot longer without fatiguing out the back. So I really do enjoy it, and you'll see right here, first time I cranked it up and started using it. Alright guys, and so what you can see here is we are finishing up the driveway and the pad dirt work. what the contractor did is he dug out all of the topsoil from the driveway and the pad, got all that topsoil off of the clay to where we got to a good hard base. And then we're bringing in this dirt and sand, this clay and sand mix to fill in. It packs really, really hard, really, really good. And we had to build that pad up about 2.5 feet to get it to where it needs to be per the codes in our area. You can see we've got the little elevation tool right off there to the right. And as he levels this dirt out, he continually checks the elevation until it gets up to where it needs to be. And that is basically the gist of the pad. Alright, so this is kind of where we're at as of now. We've got all the driveway and pad done like I was talking about earlier. These are our little runners right here that we've got to use to go over the pipeline. And then walking down the driveway, we're about, like we said in the past, 291 to 300 feet off the road. I talked about all of what they did in the dirt work earlier on in the video, but it looks phenomenal. And it is extremely, extremely hard packed soil. It is hot, very, very hot outside today. I think my truck showed 104 degrees. Here is the pad. Right here is a little step down for the front porch patio area. And like we said earlier, built up 2.5 feet. They did a phenomenal job.